Hello, my name is GregTech and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. I am just setting up the poly stuff over there, and as I was going about figuring out the sodium, not that there's much to figure it out here, but I needed sulfur and sodium, and I realized there was a whole bunch of sulfur that needs to be processed, and all of a sudden I realized I can probably, instead of doing the input bus with the export bus that we have been doing, I can just do this stocking input bus. And that should make this easier. Now, I do want to point out I logged in, and this one over here that we did for silicon was disconnected. It just, the cable was, like, that part of the cable was missing, like it just wasn't connected. And I broke it and placed it down and it connected again. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that. That might just be a bit of a bug. Now, I had it like that, so I wonder if having it like away from, not facing the cable, was the issue. So I will check that next time I log in. I'll go ahead and check that, and we'll put that down there. So yeah, we will do that. And plus, this actually gives us, instead of the 9 places with the other one, I can actually fit 16 on here. And I think that, oh, I broke it. Of course, it's gonna have to be turned back on. Yep, there it goes. Kind of loving this stocking input bus. It may be maybe my favorite thing I've seen so far. I haven't gone through the patch notes for every little thing that's changed though, so I don't know if what all has changed. Also, I've noticed, again, we had issues even though I moved the energy acceptor. The channel's like turned off. Is it unlinked? Should be linked. It may be we're getting, the thing is getting so big, we are, like, chunks are unloading. Yeah, like, why is that? Shows it linked, but they're not like linked. What would that? DB3. So not sure why that is doing that. We'll check over here. This is the one problem. It's hard to find because there's no colors on them. I know in, isn't it 112 where the P2P has different colors by channel? What did I say? DB3? Nope. Is it that one? Now it says 2 channels. I mean, it's online, it's connected to the thing. Yeah, there may be some weird chunk loadiness, weirdness. Just because the... Yeah, there we go. I don't know. I honestly don't know. And this should be linked to that one over there. It's saying it has a channel, but I don't have all these chunks loaded, and I thought I remember reading FTB utilities was being added. See, all the channels are out over here. So yeah, something's Something's being funny. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I've thrown down a few more chunk loaders, but I realized it's not connecting because I forgot to turn it into a fluid P2P. Okay, so that should just take a second, but all right, so that's going to be my for those. Now I'm gonna finish crafting this up, and everything is working there. And my base is getting pretty big. So gone ahead and done this, and I probably could have done this on. I probably could have done this with just 2 chemical reactors, but kind of just going big with everything. So this one is going to be the sodium sulfide, and we're going to try this now. So there's that and that. And then we'll turn that into that, and then obviously we will do a thing on that. So I think that'll work. I don't know why it wouldn't, with the sodium and the thing both in there. Now we do need to hook this all up to power. Okay, there we go. Got everything hooked up, powered up, and mostly running. So sodium sulfide, dichlorobenzene, that's going in there. And then this has got oxygen on the back. So chlorine, benzene, dichlorobenzene, and then oxygen right there. It produces salt and molten polyphenylene sulfide. Easy enough. And then I have the usual covers on them. Safe mode and enable. There we go. Nice. Now, I'm not going to have this run, like, obviously, eventually we will get it completely filled up, but I'm not gonna, most of these I don't run all, go crazy with them at first, because then I'll just drain out all my resources. So let's just do that. And we'll let it run for a little bit, and then I'll just turn it off. Because I'm actually not producing benzene at the moment. I think we need, the oil is actually turned off at the moment. Where did I put it? I put it over here, didn't I? Yeah, there we go. Was that me? Oh. Yeah, I haven't set that back up again. I don't even know what my uranium. I mean, we have a decent amount of uranium. That's going to keep us going for a while, but we're just kind of curious, like, how much. All right, so 100 of those, 2,400. Yeah, I just don't want to go through all my uranium. Okay, so we got that set, and paste this down. It should work. All right, so we'll let that run for a little bit. Yep, cool. And I think it's actually connected. It should be connected to the item tank over there. Hopefully the weirdness with the, yeah, see, we're dropping the benzene because I'm not running my oil production. Hopefully the weirdness with the channels is fixed. Okay, now that we have the sulfide, the polyvinyl sulfide, I am back to crafting up another assembler. And everything's going okay, but yeah, we're running into issues with the mixer again. I really should just switch it over to a processor, I think. But I am just kind of doing this part manually. I think it's only three recipes that I've had to fix. Never remember. The problem is the circuit numbers. Yeah, that's one. And then need the ferrite one is another. Yeah, see that doesn't have a number, so the iron and the nickel mix and turn into Invar, which is a pain. All right, so I don't want to throw it in there with that. But okay, so I'm thinking we'll craft that up, and I do think I need I finally need to get another electrolyzer. I have a couple over there producing fluids, but I think I want one for stuff like this. All right, here I'm just electrolyzing lazurite to get us the sodium that we need, and obviously the other stuff is a bonus, but mostly for that. But noticing that I don't know if there's one more like efficient, because I know you can get would that'd be 3 to 2. That's just 3. I think that's actually better. I don't know which one we're actually getting. All right, we're getting that one. I think that's the better one, actually, because it doesn't have to convert it down. But yeah, I think I want to finally get a big one for that. Just to have an electrolyzer. I use it quite a bit, actually. So we'll do that. And I think everything else, though, I think it does seem to... Oh, yeah, energetic alloy. Yeah, these three are definitely a pain. Like, I could just craft up a couple more mixers with the right thing in it, but I just don't want to... I mean, this is a pain doing it manually, but I also don't want... I just don't feel like breaking down the multi-block mixer at this point. Because it will be fixed, but the question is, like, how long is it going to take to be fixed? All right, so we'll continue doing this, and I think... I feel like these don't feel that bad. I remember, like, these taking forever, and, like, I don't know, these just don't feel that bad. Other than the dusts flashing. All right, yeah, I think I will do that. You know what? I think we will. We'll just fix that. It's going to take a while for it to be fixed, because I don't want to have to manually throw this stuff in here. I'm not going to do these, because I don't really craft those often. But yeah, I think I may switch it out for the processing array and a mixer. And also get an electrolyzer. As I say, I'm like, oh, that's stellite. I couldn't remember what... yeah, it's not these. That would have been kind of funny if I needed them now. Okay, gone ahead and fixed or I switched it over to a processing array instead of the mixer. And yeah, I'm kind of glad I did, to be honest, because it makes things a lot easier. I am switching this recipe over to... We're doing that one. And the reason I didn't do the other one is just because it was so many, and I didn't always have 27 chrome and 2700 dry in stock, but now that we're getting to the point where we have lots and lots of chrome, and I still have 23, that needs to be processed, and I have a whole bunch of chromite that also gives me, so we got a lot in there. Also, this thing is still ticking away. Yep, it's still ticking away. I haven't gone through what I just saw, like, yeah, I saw that. I'm like, I haven't gone through it yet. See what I should save. Also, that phaolite stuff. But yeah, we should be okay. I switched over the input buses to, I removed the thing out of it. And pretty sure that's as many as I can. I can't fit any more hatches. I could remove the output hatch and throw one more input bus. Right now I don't need it. It's kind of like these weird, like the 17 for the energetic alloy. I switched over a black steel dust, but that requires a 14. So that is easier when you have the multi-block mixer, because obviously you can fit more input buses. But in the meantime, we'll just leave that. All right, so we are just crafting up. Well, we got another assembly line. That worked no problem. And now I'm just crafting up the electrolyzer for over here. And now I think I'm actually going to build this out. I think I'm going to do, instead of like really long, I might do like a little bit wider as well. Because it starts getting a little crazy when you get just like a really long, if I just keep going out every time I need something to produce an item. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it like over here. Question is, how close to that do I want to get? Yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe like 2. I think that will be. Yeah, so that would be like where the. Yeah. So I'll just build this out. Now let me get this going. Now I actually think this assembly line doesn't feel like it's going to be as bad, to be honest. It feels surprisingly easy. Also, I need to process that done. I'm waiting for all the lazurite to go. 3,300, but that's why I'm building this. There is that. Stone bricks. Should have that keep in stock, like 1,000 stone bricks, because I use it so much. Also, if you accidentally do that, there is a thing for it. I think it's like wand oops or something like that. You just type it in the thing and it'll do it. Okay, so that's probably where I'll put the electrolyzer, I think. That'll be good. This is such a random building, just random little processes that I'm doing. But, oh, I forgot to put the thing back. Silicon. We'll just put silicon. It's actually silicon poly something, but we'll just do silicon. All right. So Indian, silicon, and then our plates and our fluid solidifiers right there. This is producing calcium if we need it. We are getting a lot of calcium from that. I haven't processed that down. But if we need calcium for, I can't remember what do we need calcium for? Oh, platinum line. That's right. So that is our calcium. Okay, let me finish getting this up. We've done this before. This isn't very exciting. And then we'll continue crafting up the assembly line. Okay, so a little bit of a problem over here. I went over by the farm and I was just throwing down some more drawers for stuff that we have a lot of, namely sulfur and the silicon we have a lot of. Eventually that will all be processed, but it is still 46,000. But it is slowly getting processed over by the in our item area. And I noticed this was clogged up. One, it was originally clogged up with aluminum dust because that recipe has changed. It no longer gives that alumina. It gives aluminum dust. So that was clogged up. And then I realized this must have changed because this is broken. It's full of oxygen. Now, I don't have a thing here at all to avoid the oxygen, so this must have changed, and I don't remember what it was, but that clogged up. Now, minor issue, or not really minor, actually kind of a major issue. If this stops working, then this gets clogged up. This was completely full, and the farm was not working, and it must have been doing it for a long time, because weeds completely took over and destroyed all my crops. So, yeah, lost all of the crops, like the red granite. This was all that was left. Black stone lilies. I lost my yellow stone lilies. I lost the red granite to produce all that. These spruce weren't that important, but I think I lost all my glow flowers, my blaze reeds, I have extra. I saved it so in case something like this would ever happen, I wouldn't lose the crop completely. I lost my ender pearls, so that is something we're gonna have to deal with. I don't even want to look at that right now. It makes me sad. So yeah, that is no fun. I'm gonna have to throw this down with a pump. Sure, just the little baby pump will be fine. Now I believe there is actually I think there. Oh, that might be the front. Why it's not letting me do it? Let's do there. Well, we might need something faster than that. Usually once it like clears out, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, we probably should just throw a bigger pump on it. I don't know. There's no reason not to. I just had them on me. Most of the time it works okay, but I feel like... Yeah, see, it's going down. It's not saying it's 64, but I think isn't there like there might be, hold on, let me just switch this and then we'll look to see. There we go. There's no reason not to do that at this point. Stainless steel is not an issue. Which I kind of want to upgrade my big tank for superheated steam. Anyway, we are getting distracted here. So that should be working again. But yeah, the update broke my farm. I blame the update because the recipes changed and I didn't realize, and then it stopped working and then I got weeds. I mean, I guess I could have had the weedifier thing, the crop matron, but then you have to like it only has so much range, and then it's hard to get to it. But I think there might be a multi-block. I seem to remember reading about that, and I don't. Ooh, this looks new. Crop manager. All right, so is this it? I thought it was a multi-block, but is this? Harvest crop sticks in front of it. Secondary mode can hydrate, fertilize wheat. Yeah. All right. Well, that's, I mean, that's not, I could even do this one. Radius 13 on each side. I mean, that's even bigger than this. All right. Well, maybe we will do that. I could have, I thought I remember reading it was a multi-block, but maybe I was mistaken. But that is basically, wait, that's kind of confusing. Why, if it harvests crops in front of it, why does that have a radius? Wouldn't that be, why would it have blocks this? I don't know. Maybe that it just, no. I would need to craft that up. All right, 11 by 11 would be plenty. We don't need to even go the biggest possible. Okay, so let me do that. Well, we'll practice that today too. We'll see. It's fun seeing new things. And yeah, we'll get our this up and running. All right, cool. I did the right math. Never know. All right, we are good there. Okay, so I am going to switch this to void fluids. That's not it. Oops. The soldering iron, isn't it? Oops. Yeah, void excess. Because this is going to be, we're going to be doing random stuff, and it's going to be like almost impossible to save the stuff. And plus, if it makes oxygen and I don't need oxygen, it's just going to stop working. So we don't want that. But I did do this. So, for example, if we want to do this, is lazurite still working? Lazurite still might be. Oh, it looks like it's done. Check that really quick. Yeah. See, I don't want to avoid this problem. This is what I'm trying to avoid. We only have 12 lazurite. Well, the recipe requires more, so then it just blocks up. So this is why we are fixing this. All right. So what I'm going to do is I need to process this zinc stuff down. We're getting this from our rhodium. And I think we get the amount, I think we get 6 of this, but we produce 6 from, like, we get 1 zinc gives us 6 of this, but then 6 of this gives 1 zinc back. So we actually don't lose, anything in the process. I could add this to the platinum line over there, but I don't want to. I want to use this for other stuff as well. All right, and then we'll just void the oxygen. We don't need it. Okay, so I found the multi-block. We'll look at it in a second. I just need to get this set up. Why is that not popping up? There it goes. Maybe you just needed to find it, or after I reconnected it. Okay, so there that is, and then I do have an item bus. I've been putting an item bus on all my multi-blocks now. On an item bus, a machine controller and an item bus. Did it again. Item controller, or item, what the heck is it called? Item detector cover. Because I figure, especially over here, that where we kept having the A system like shut off because I think a chunk was getting screwed up. So I don't want this to be running. And I mean, obviously, I guess at this point it couldn't be running because it wouldn't be connected to that. But I just don't want it running and then voiding everything. because the A system's not on. So I have been putting the item detector on here for pretty much all the multi-blocks. And that is going through that like, holy god. See, look how fast that's going through. That is way better. So I'll probably just throw the lazurite and that. And then whatever thing we need. So this is basically, this electrolyzer right here is basically pointless. Because anything I would put in there, I would just put in the other one now. I do still want a tank, but I think what I'm going to do is we'll place it right next to my, I guess I don't even need my trash. Yeah, we'll throw a trash can here. So that is like, this is my void fluid, and this is my void items. But yeah, okay. So I did find the new multi-block, and unfortunately, it is way more complicated than I was realizing. Did it? No. Oh, I was like, of course, we don't have any of that in the A system. I have it in my hand. That's why it wasn't showing up. There it is. Okay. I was like, why is that showing up? Yeah. So now that's finally going to go through all that rhodium that we had in our tanks, because we didn't have that zinc part. I don't remember where it is. Where is it? Rhodium. One of these has rhodium in it. I think it was this one. Yeah, it's finally going through that. Because I set that thing up. Okay, so there is this thing, this crop manager. I could craft that up, or we can do this extreme industrial greenhouse. Now, as we can see, this thing is crazy. It needs 4 accelerators and a farming station and ZPM circuits. Now, we can. All right, that's what. Of course, we're using that in our thing, our assembly line. Which, as I'm talking, let's do this because I just need to keep that going. We need what, 14 of those, I think, for the assembly line that we want to build. Apparently, this needs EV, but you need at least LUV power, which that's not a problem for us. But I'm gonna have to look into this. This isn't gonna be able. I'm not gonna be able to do this right now. I'm not sure if it like if you. I really don't know how it works actually. I'm gonna have to read all this and figure it out. I would like to get this set up though. That's kind of a cool thing to process. So if I'm fixing all this, we can get rid of the forestry thing, which I would be happy to do that. All right, but I guess I do need to get my UU matter going again. Let's set that up really quick, and then we'll have to call it for today. Okay, I am going to upgrade this. I just don't have a super easy way to craft up the higher tier field gen things. Because the nether stars, I do need to get a nether star farm kind of thing going on. But yeah. Also, I think the tree farm has been nerfed. At least the recipe. I don't know if the actual, I don't think the process actually has, but I think it's been nerfed. Because it looks, I don't remember it being that difficult. There was no way it was this difficult when I originally crafted it up. Like, yeah, that's definitely not a thing. Because it is really powerful, that's probably why it's been nerfed. But there's other things, like the crop manager now, you can do crop sticks with the things before you get to this. But we have it built, so I'm going to use it. Also, it does apparently need a sapling now to tell it what it needs, from what I'm reading. Also, saw, buzzsaw, chainsaw, depending on which one, it boosts the output, which is pretty cool. Add a sapling in the input bus. This tools can also be fed to the controller via input bus. Needs fertilizer now? Is that what I'm reading? I don't know. Definitely feels like it's been changed. But it also... Oh, there it goes. Okay, that was a lot of... that was a lot of wood from... Yeah, that's one process. Every 5 seconds it's doing that. Holy cow. Yeah, it's actually turning off because this is... It can't do it fast enough. Okay, but you may notice a ender chest here because I was just going to craft up another one, but that recipe has been crazy nerve. So I ended up just throwing down one of the ender chests we got from loot bags, and I'm just going to set it up over here. Now I have this, and all this needs to be broken down. I'm not actually using this anymore. And this is for TNT. This all needs to be fixed before we get the next rocket. But I think we're okay here. So I upgraded that to the 16 amp. So we should be good. I can't remember how many amps this thing takes, but I believe it's a lot. So there's the HV mass fabricator. And there we go. That is processing that. Now I have a bunch of UU matter. Fortunately, it's going to be a bit annoying getting it in there because it only holds 1,000. But basically, it was 1,000 from that, and then I took it out of the amplificator thing. I think we'll just do this here. How many? That takes 1 amp. Yeah, up to 10? Yeah. Looks like it's using 2 amps. Maybe? I don't know. Oh, I guess I could just click on the thing. Yeah, 2 amps. So that's not anywhere near as much as I thought it would be. But we're going to throw the ender chest, like, here. And then input bus. Did this get nerfed? Is that no longer a thing? Wait, it needs scrap now? Oh, recycler. What am I doing? I'm missing a step. The recycler. Where did I put my... Maybe it wasn't the recycler. Oh, didn't I do... Dang it. The recycler, but it's not... I think I did the HV one. Obliterate, I think is... Yep, that's what I did. How the heck am I going to do this? This needs to... Maybe I should... Change of plan. Okay, this is actually easier than I realized. I just have... I have IV right there, so we can just do that. I do love when the stuff is like right there. That cracks me up. Okay, so there is that. Okay, there we go. I just wanted to go through the oak wood since we're producing spruce wood now. Okay, cool. So there is that, and then that into there. Okay, cool. So I got that set back up again to producing the stuff because we're going to need it for crops. But I think next episode we will get into Props again. I do need to fix that. I don't like it being broken. But yeah, finally got that set up again. So that's good. I am noticing an issue, and I don't know what's going on here. So we'll have to figure that out. Also, that is out of that one, and I thought I fixed that. Didn't we fix that? Maybe I didn't. Ah, by poor crops. And the I think possibly if I hit this, it should turn back on. I have a feeling. It got over, like we didn't get enough power, I think is what happened. Because this can only output 4 amps, and if everything turns on, we're going to have an issue. I think that's what happened. So I'm going to have to fix that. We'll just upgrade that to the... We've done that a few times. To 16 amps. Which also, I'm noticing on the tooltip, there is a 2 amp and an 8 amp half mode as well, which that's awesome. So you can do 2, 4, 8, 16 amps. But all right. So anyway, next episode, yeah, let's try to get the greenhouse going. We're right there, and I will continue crafting up the assembly machine casings. I think we're up to, what are we up to? 3, 4? Only 3. Hey, we're getting there, and we're fixing our base, and we're dealing with the update. So I'm doing my best. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good one.